folks, what about you? Cass Piper Cassidy here, sitting out in the garden. 18 degrees Celsius. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit. But it's not cold, not warm either. But today we're taking a little look at the Special Reserve Plum Pudding from Seattle Pipe Club. I've really been enjoying Latakia recently. This has quite a lot of Latakia in it, I think. I have recently, today, ordered some Pyra cake and some, Mississippi Mud. And apparently those are absolute Latakia bombs, which will test my appreciation of Latakia to see if I really like it. But as far as I know, there's a lot of Latakia in this. I think there is anyway. It certainly is it's in the foreground, shall we say. But let's take a look at the blend anyway, shall we? Take a look at the tin and the blend. Back in a mo. Okay folks, we're having a close look at the Special Reserve Plum Pudding from Seattle Pipe Club. It's very nice tin art. I like that. Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Special Reserve Flake. So, for years, Master Blender Joe Langford wanted to make a special reserve edition of Plum Pudding. Everything you would love about Special Reserve now is sliced into lovely flakes. Latakia joins Turkish Orientals, Virginia, Cavendish and Perique. Let's get it open. Oh yeah. Yep. Smells good. Oh yeah. Smells, you can smell the Latakia obviously. The Orientals you can smell, there's a bit of a sour note, but as you can see, I'm actually very happy with these flakes. They're a bit crumbly, but they're nice. It's a bit, maybe more of a cake, to be honest. It's a bit of a mix between a cake and a flake. But, you know, everything smells great, smells away. Oh, smells fantastic. Special Reserve. So yeah, Latakia, Orientals, Virginia, Cavendish and Perique. Not smelling much sweetness of the Cavendish, but very well presented looking cakey flakes, I would say. Anyway, let's see how it smokes. There you have it. Now, you might ask me, what's the difference between regular plum pudding and Plum Pudding Special Reserve? I pulled up that information. Let me just read it for you. And this is from Seattle Pipe Club, their information. On a shelf in a warehouse, a small quantity of special small leaf tobaccos were found. When they were discovered, they were offered to Joe Langford, the blender of Seattle Pipe Club blends. Rather than coming up with a whole new blend, Joe took these rare tobaccos and substituted them for some of the Orientals in his very popular Plum Pudding. Plum Pudding Special Reserve is a limited release version of his bold Balkan cake, featuring these very rare sun-cured tobaccos. So there you have it. I believe it's a very rare Orientals that have been found and swapped out for the regular Orientals that were in the Plum Pudding regular blend. Now, there's another Plum Pudding which is whiskey barrel aged or something. and it's a bit like the old Frogmorton Cellar McClelland's blend that had a bit of whiskey barrel cube in it. I want to try it as well. I will order it. But I'll tell you what, if this is limited edition, I'm glad I got my hands on some because it's lovely. Really lovely. So it's Black Cavendish, Latakia, Oriental, Perique, and Virginia. I believe as part of the Virginias, there are some red Virginias in there as well, and Brightleaf Virginia. And I suppose a lot of people who don't like Latakia, sometimes they don't like it because if it's in a blend, then it's all you can really taste. And to a certain degree, I can totally agree with that. I know what those people mean when they say that. But it's not true. Those of you who love Latakia know that's not true. They are the main component in this blend. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But the stoved and red Virginias just really are in the background. You can taste the sweetness from them and the higher notes, the kind of tangy, citrusy notes. The Orientals, whatever they found on that shelf, they're fantastic. Really, really tasty. The Latakia is exceptionally smooth and offers a campfire sweetness as well. Now, you saw the way the tobacco comes. It's kind of like a cake, kind of like flakes that are cakey. So it does kind of disintegrate if you try and rub it out. So I just kind of rub it out a little bit, and then it's like cubes that will expand once you heat them. I just kind of plop the cubes in. It smokes fine. It smokes slow. It smokes cool. There's enough Latakia in this to guarantee that it won't really smoke hot. It's really nice. It's a really nice blend. There's like a smoky, woody sweetness. Very pleasant. I mean, the Latakia is there, like I keep saying, it's massively there, but sometimes the Orientals do seem to take over, and they're very special indeed in this blend. Very kind of sour and floral. So you've got the smokiness of the Latakia and the sour floral notes of the Orientals, and kind of bringing that round again into some sort of nice sweetness are those Virginias and of course the Black Cavendish. Let's have a quick word from our sponsors though, shall we? It's been a while. I'm just out walking El Paparinos, as I call them. Smoking my Ali Berinchi Mir with some Peter Heinrich Curly Block, one of the best vapors out there. And I just wanted to show you how beautiful it can be around here. It's around about sunset, and this is at the very edge of my area, the development where I live. If you remember, about 4 or 5 months ago, I took a video while I was out here, and it was in the snow and the ice. Well, this is it in the height of summer, I guess. There's a lovely little lane you can walk up there. But yeah, the rolling hillside of Ireland, eh? Lovely sunset. Hey, pups! Puppies! Hope you're having a great day, folks. Speak to you soon. The Perique tickles the nose on the retrohale as well, and it kind of adds a figgy raisin-like quality to it as well, a raisin fig sweetness. Really lovely, really good blend. It's expensive and it's worth it. It's worth the money. Seattle Pipe Club, I'm gonna have to try more of their blends because all of the ones I've tried have been smashing. I've only tried a couple. But I think this is Mutton Shop. All hail Mutton Shop. This is his favourite blend, isn't it? Or one of them. Io eu domine Requiem Mutton Shop. Yes, Yoop, are you here for some morning worship? My dog. Do you want a close look at them, do you? Oh, we'll get the bigger one first. Oh. Yoop. Youpie. He's shy. Io eu domine. Yoop kind of respects you. He'll lick you once or twice, but then he'll back off. And he'll just look at you. The other one will just... You'll see. Look, Yoop. Look here. The people at YouTube want to see where all my money goes. See, he'll just lick you once or twice and then he respects your privacy. You're a good boy. You are a good boy. And now the neurotic one. Come on, Levy, come here. Oh, he just licks you. He just doesn't care. Yep. I have read some scientific articles that it's good for your microbiome, a little bit of dog saliva. Now, fuck knows what the wee bastards have been doing with their tongues, so I suppose that's all relative and depends. But apparently a little bit of dog spittle in your microbiome isn't such a bad thing. It's actually good for you. Sign of a good pipe, still lit. This is really, I mean, you owe it to yourself to try this blend. If you like Latakia, please try Plum Pudding Special Reserve while it's still available. It's worth the extra few dollars. Yoop, the brown dog, doesn't mind so much. He's not neurotic. Whereas if I had Yoop on my lap and Levy here was down there, he'd be like, "Oh my God, why is Yoop getting the attention and I'm not, you bastard?" Yes, this one you could train him to do backflips with sardines up his arse. He would do anything for attention or love. He'll do anything to please us. But Yoop, the other one, he's much more independent. He doesn't give a shit what you think. He just doesn't do what he's told and he doesn't care. Whereas this one just does what he's told. He walks beside you when you go walking. He is Steph, my wife's shadow about the house. She can't go to the toilet or anything, this thing, Levy has to come. And of course that's only gotten worse with COVID since we're both working from home. I'm getting a little off track. The star of the show. It really is a great blend, folks. Just order some. You won't be disappointed. Yoop, don't eat it. Good boy. The further down the bowl you get, the less kind of the Virginias are able to sweeten the blend up. It does just become very kind of sour, oriental, peppery, figgy, Perique, and the smoky campfire Latakia. So, I mean, at the start of the first half of the bowl, I think there's enough sweetness to keep people with a sweet tooth interested, but it certainly dissipates for me anyway. It's a stellar blend. If it's good enough for Jesus Christ, mutton chop, sorry, it's good enough for me. Anyway, folks, I hope you're all having a great day. And I'll see you all shortly. Toodle pip.